This is the Social Behaviors presentation on garter snakes breeding balls by Bennett Morgan. An introduction to garter snakes. Garter snakes can live in much colder climates than other snakes. They can do this through hibernation. Hibernation can keep them alive during -40°F winters, temperatures much too cold for the average reptilian with their cold blood. When garter snakes emerge in the spring, hundreds of males can move to the same breeding den and will be joined by a small number of females. The following mating ritual is an articulated dance in which the male will attempt to touch the female's head with his chin and keep as much of his long body in contact with her long body for as long as possible. However, from the outside, it appears to be a giant slithery ball. This is a type of social behavior. In this video, many garter snakes emerge from hibernation. Most of these are males which will not end up reproducing. However, some are females which will reproduce, and some are males which will be lucky enough to reproduce as well. The rest of the snakes will provide warmth and protection for the ones that are reproducing. The snake on the bottom is a female, whereas all of the snakes around them are males. There are 5 types of social behavior. In mutualism, both involved parties gain more than they lose. In altruism, the donating party loses, but the receiving party gains. This is the case of the example of the garter snake's mating balls. In this case, non-reproducing males provide warmth and safety to the female and reproducing male and get no reward in return. In reciprocal altruism, it is much like altruism in that the donating party gives to the receiving party. However, there is the understanding of an eventual payback from the receiving party. In selfishness, the donating party gains, but the receiving party loses. In spite, the donating party actively chooses to lose in order for the receiving party to also lose. In this situation, there are no gains. The costs of this behavior. Only a few select males actually get to mate. Most will end up serving as warmth or protection. In this, there is much less ability for anti-predator behavior, and none of the reproducing snakes are able to eat. The benefits of the behavior is that the female is more protected, is more likely to choose a better mate because she has a larger selection, and has decreased costs of individual thermoregulation, and requires less energy to keep herself warm, especially in colder climates. As to cooperative breeding, there are many hypotheses as to how it has come about. In garter snakes, the 2 most likely are the group augmentation hypothesis and the benefit of phylopatry hypothesis. The group augmentation hypothesis suggests that groups that live together in larger groups have a higher fitness. The benefit of phylopatry hypothesis suggests that delaying dispersal outweighs the costs of leaving the known breeding area to find another mate for a helper individual. This garter snake mating ball behavior is adaptive in that it allows the snakes to live and reproduce in colder climates while using less energy to thermoregulate. The European toad will also form mating balls as well to conserve heat. These toads are found through most of Europe and some parts of North Asia in especially cold climates where this behavior is adaptive. Sand wasps will also form mating balls, but for different reasons. They will form mating balls if the first male is not completely compatible with the female in order to increase overall fitness of the genus. The garter snake mating ball behavior evolved in Manitoba, Canada, or Virginia, United States of America, areas with lots of food availability in the summer but with cold winters. This behavior is adaptive in environments where the temperature is cold, environments have grouped together resources, and habitats with high predation risks. This behavior is maladaptive in environments that are hot, environments with spread out or hard to locate resources, or habitats with natural hazards, such as large rocks. Kin selection refers to a certain type of natural selection in which an individual will forego reproductive opportunities in order to help a relative reproduce. In this way, a part of their genome continues. Hamilton's rule suggests that a sacrificial gene will spread in a population if it is more beneficial to the overall population than costly to the individual. This rule is visualized as RB is greater than C, where R is relatedness between two individuals of the same species, B is benefit to recipient, and C is cost to donor. In the garter snake mating ball, the cost to the donor is delaying dispersal and eating, as well as not reproducing. The benefit to this recipient, in this case the female, is a guaranteed mate, less energy used for anti-predator behavior, and less energy used to stay warm. Since females can produce up to 40 young in a breeding cycle, as long as the males are related to the female's offspring, the gene will continue along with the behavior. And here are my citations.